Hey guys, welcome to Mind Keys. So I just did a channel update for my other channel, my old channel, which is called Integrative Repatterning. And basically I just kind of let those of you who are on that channel and subscribed know to come over to this channel. So if you're here and you're one of my 8 subscribers, welcome and thank you so much for making the transition with me. I promise I won't keep doing this. I just thought it would be smart to rebrand before the channel has too much momentum and it's more of a pain in the butt for everyone. So this will be the new home where I'll be doing the work. And I want to just kind of tell you a little bit about what I want to do, what I'll be up to in the upcoming content that I'll be creating for you guys, and just kind of let you know a little bit more about where my interests are with this work, and just kind of fill you in, and also invite you as well. So while I'm sharing with you, I want to invite you to comment below and let me know what it is you're interested in. So broadly and generally, this channel will revolve around personal development, personal growth, self-actualization, how to transform, how to change, spirituality, mysticism, psychedelics, these kind of deep, profound philosophical questions. All of that I feel is relevant to our own personal growth experience. And there will be tangents off of that I will be able to talk about and want to talk about. There will be tangents that I won't be able to talk about or may not be in my kind of wheelhouse, as they say. But I'd like to know what you guys want to hear about. I'd like to know what is of interest to you. What are the poignant, interesting, deep, strange, mysterious questions you have about, I don't know, psychology, spirituality, psychedelics, life, are we living in a simulation? Whatever deep, strange, interesting little corner of the mind that you'd like to explore, I'd love to hear about it. Or it could be something basic like dealing with depression, or dealing with demotivation, or common kind of garden variety issues that people deal with when it comes to personal growth and self-actualization. FYI, I want you to know that I will be working on better video, better looking video, and better audio. Right now I'm just using the mic and my camera for this, but I do have a nice microphone. I just have to get a stand for it. I will be getting webcam to attach to my computer for better video quality instead of using my phone. And slowly but surely I'll be upgrading the editing and all that kind of stuff. So just, if you find the video quality lacking right now, please hang in there. It will get better. I also want to let you know that I have an IG channel that I started, or an IG page that I started, which is mind_keys_net. You can find me there. I'll put that in the link below here. I also have a TikTok that I just started, which is just Mind Keys. I have nothing on the page yet, but if you're a follower and you're on TikTok and you prefer TikTok as a platform, I'll probably be putting up some interesting, funny, quirky stuff there. And and here on YouTube, I'll be doing some long form stuff. Some of it will be exploratory. Some of it will be more how-to. Some of it will be kind of teaching foundational stuff, and that's really where I want to start. So going forward over the next, I don't know how long it's going to take me, because I have multiple series. I have like probably 5 or 6 different series I want to do for you guys of foundational personal development content that's really looking at, what it takes to get unstuck, what it takes to kind of climb your way out of hell, what it takes to undo some of these basics. We'll be looking at things like, what is the nature of ego? And instead of just one video kind of talking about what's the nature of ego, we'll be looking at the nature of ego through different points of view, through maybe 4 or 5 different videos. We'll be looking at all kinds of different stuff like that to kind of really unpack and really I just want to share with you guys some of this new novel content that I don't see anyone else talking about. And to me, some of this stuff is incredibly obvious, incredibly foundational and important. And the idea here is to just kind of build a library of foundational content. So anyone who finds their way to my channel from wherever you're coming from, they'll have some nice basics in terms of self-help stuff, some basic stuff, because often the people who need the most help don't get involved in self-help because they're hung up on some of these kind of basic fundamental stepping points that are stopping them from moving forward and engaging in the process of growth. So I want to address that kind of stuff. And I want to address some of these foundational kind of precepts and concepts coming from maybe spirituality, coming from psychology, and just kind of offering my spin, my take on it, because it might be useful to you, because it might be something that helps you to free yourself a little bit too. And I think that kind of hints at the last point that I really want to make about the channel, which is that, as a new content creator, I've been really struggling to find the right words, find the right marketing, find the right approach to describing the work I want to do. Like I intuitively understand the work I want to do, and I know the kinds of issues I can help people with, and I know the kinds of issues I do help people with, and it's been just this interesting conundrum on my end to find the right words, to find the right phrasing and angle to properly present the work I want to do in a way that resonates for people. I started this this channel rather, talking about social anxiety. And to me, that's something I will be talking about more. In fact, I will be doing a follow-up video about my social anxiety stuff since that microdose experiment, and kind of what I've learned from psychedelics and microdosing, and how that's informed my understanding of social anxiety. So that'll be coming up soon. But more broadly, like, what is the bigger picture of the work that I'm up to here in this conversation I've been in with people throughout my life? What is it that really is? What is it that I'm after? What is it I'm trying to say and get at here? And I feel like I finally found a good way to kind of hang that and describe that to you. And it's this. I want to offer you the concept of self-ownership. It's my belief and my feeling that so much of what we call issues, on the psychological, emotional end of the spectrum, or even spiritual issues, spiritual challenges, so much of what it is I think people are seeking when they're on a personal growth path, or personal development kind of experience. What I think we're after most commonly is some form of more deep ownership of ourselves, whether that's ownership of our mind, our emotions, our behaviors, our automatic responses to life, whether that is ownership of our truth and our core wisdom, so that we're not operating with an operating system, so to speak, that was given to us by somebody else, or a set of concepts or ideas or rules or laws that we find limiting and defeating, that don't necessarily resonate with who we are at our core. I think, I think this process of self-actualization, of unpacking your light, unpacking who you are, becoming more of that person in the world, I think that is one and the same as awakening, and also one and the same as owning yourself. Whenever I'm around really highly actualized spiritual people, whenever I've been in the company, I've been fortunate to have a lot of experiences of community of highly evolved people. I know quite a few. And one of the common things you see amongst all of them is this experience of profound self-ownership, profound self-control, not just discipline and self-control, but also deeply inhabiting their own body, their own mind, their own subtle senses, and really owning all of that in a way where they're able to put out exactly the kind of communication, the kind of spontaneous expression and being that is most truly an expression of who they are, and also a reflection and an expression of the moment and what it is that they're intuitively receiving and perceiving. That's a whole other topic we can talk about sometime, that weird blend of intuitive reception of information while also, engaging others, and how to, that's its own interesting topic. Anyways, I'm digressing here. My point is that, to me, what is really juicy and exciting is this idea of self-ownership, whether that is simply reclaiming your nervous system from emotional issues or psychological issues, or reclaiming yourself from these social narratives that don't suit you and have caused you pain and confusion and caused you to be lost in life, whether that is reclaiming yourself from bad ideas, bad spiritual concepts, bad philosophical concepts, bad bad concepts that you have taken in, whether that's reclaiming yourself from trauma, whether that's reclaiming yourself from your past and the things you've gone through and updating and becoming current in who you are now fully, whether that is whatever. I think all of that falls under this umbrella, this broader blanket of what I believe is what we could call self-ownership. And I think that that's what most of us are after, is fully, deeply inhabiting this life experience and getting the most out of it and giving the most from it while we can. And so I want to talk about that. I want to explore that in depth. I feel like there's a lot of different angles and points of view and things to say about that. And I think that the psychedelic experience in particular, which is, still going to be a huge part of my channel. And that's an interesting question in and of itself, isn't it? That it's a question of what is the relationship between self-ownership and psychedelics, like self-transcendence, like higher self, broader self, the deeper self, the divine self. How does that interface with the ego self, the personal self, and what would it mean to be an ownership of both, and who owns what, right? How does that relationship work optimally? To me, that's a very interesting question, something I'll be exploring a lot. And so, the tools that I'm using towards this end of self-ownership, they're broad, they're diverse. That's why I call my old channel Integrative Repatterning. The integrative aspect is that I'm pulling from all these different traditions, concepts, ideas, philosophies, types of work, whether that's energy healing, whether that's hypnosis, whether that's NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, whether that's dietary stuff, lifestyle stuff, all of that, pulling from, philosophy, spirituality, yada, yada, yada. Different key concepts, ideas, behaviors that I think are the things that make the difference. And so we'll be continuing with all that stuff. I'll be teaching you guys all kinds of techniques and tips and tricks and giving you new mindsets and new points of view that, if nothing else, will be food for thought for you, will be a nice perhaps counterpoint to your own perspective, or a nice add-on or expansion of your own perspective, whatever the case may be. And so that's really my intention here, is to add to your life in some way and help you self-actualize, to help you become more of who you want to be, more of who you are in your truth, to really own that and live that to its fullest. Because, in what I've been experiencing lately, the more deeply you inhabit and own yourself and you live in alignment with who you truly are, the more naturally joy and happiness and well-being and clarity arise through you. It's just inherent to the process of self-alignment and self-ownership. And so that's what I want to be talking about here, kind of in a nutshell. Also, FYI, I know I said this on the other video, but just in case you didn't catch that one, you're catching this one. I will be creating a course, a couple courses coming up here. I've got some ideas, but I'm also open to suggestions. So if you guys have, something you want addressed in a course that you want a deep dive on, or if there's a problem you really want to get handled, let me know. Comment below. You can also email me. I would love to hear what it is you're interested in. But I have a couple courses in mind that I think you're going to like. And I'm also going to be working slowly and piece by piece on a subscription library for you guys. I was going to do a Patreon, but I decided against it because Patreon, then it's just another platform that I'm subject to, and they take a chunk of the money and all that kind of stuff. I figured it would just be better to just make a direct subscription thing that you can buy into. And it's going to be a library of self-hypnosis, self-change work processes around all kinds of different topics. So whether it's, social anxiety, depression, imposter syndrome if you're trying to become some sort of entrepreneur, whether it's relationship issues, or fear of self-expression, or fear of moving forward in life, or wanting to relax, learning how to unwind your nervous system at the end of a stressful day, whatever it is, whatever the problems are that you want addressed, I'll be making self-change work videos for you, a whole series of them, so that basically you have a cheap, affordable self-therapy toolkit that you can go through and help yourself heal and transform and undo these patterns and repattern yourself without having to spend a lot of money on therapy, because I know some of you guys may not have money for it. or for coaching, which I know is also very expensive, and some of you guys can't afford it. And so I want to kind of create this resource where you could subscribe, you could be on the ride for as long as you want, you can always unsubscribe when you can't afford it, or you've had your fill, or you don't need it, whatever, you've graduated from it. And at the same time, it's always there, it's always growing, and it's this kind of resource that's available for people like us who are, doing the work of growing, of self-healing, of self-inquiry, and really needing that sense of community, that sense of I need a tool, I need a way out of this moment, this pattern, this way of being that is causing me, stress or suffering or pain or whatever it might be. So yeah, so all kinds of good stuff on the horizon for you guys. I will be putting out videos regularly. I'm going to try to do 2 a week here up front immediately. And moving forward, I hope to go to 3 or more a week. Depends on how much time I have, how much I want to dedicate to it, and kind of what happens with this channel. But the idea is at least for the foreseeable future, we're going to do 2 videos a week. I'll be doing probably 3 Instagram posts a week. TikTok will probably be maybe every day, I'm not sure yet, and we'll be going from there. So if you like this content, please subscribe, please follow, please interact, please comment. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you like, what you're interested in, and in this area, this intersection of personal growth and spirituality and psychedelics and psychology and philosophy even, and all of those things, this big conversation of what it means to grow and evolve and optimize and transform as a human being and really come deeper into self-ownership. I want to hear what you're interested in. So thank you for now. Thanks for watching. This video is longer than I thought it would be, but I am obviously a very verbose guy with a lot of thoughts, and again, that's something else I'm working on too. We'll be being more concise with my ideas. Anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you guys are doing well. Please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on IG if you like. If you're on IG, follow me on TikTok if that's your thing. And I'll let you know when I have a BitChute. I'll be doing that as an alternative to YouTube, just in case YouTube goes the way of the dodo or gets weird and unusable, which is something that's kind of, there's a buzz about right now. So anyways, take care, be well, and keep your eyes peeled for new content soon. Thanks, guys.